The Queen is famously stoic, but the monarch has revealed the one day that she considers to be the most ghastly of her life. According to Andrew Parker Bowles, former guardsman and ex-husband of the Duchess of Cornwall, Her Majesty considers the 1982 Hyde Park bombings among the worst days of her existence. The IRA attack took place in July that year when a car bomb left on South Carriage Drive killed 4 soldiers and 7 horses as they rode through Hyde Park in central London to the changing of the guard. Brigadier Parker Bowles was leading the Queen's cavalry that day and described the moment the explosion took place in Robert Hardman's new book, Queen of the World. Speaking to Hardman, he said, "One of the barriers opened and someone said, 'They've blown up the guard.' So we ran down to where the smoke was rising. The first horse I saw was Sefton. He had a bloody great hole in him, but he managed to pull through. Following the incident, Parker Bowles had the opportunity to speak to the Queen. Describing her words, he said, "She said to me it was the most ghastly day of my life." On July 20, 1982, a car bomb left on South Carriage Drive killed the soldiers as they rode through Hyde Park in central London to the changing of the guard. The explosion killed Roy Bright, Denis Daly, Simon Tipper and Geoffrey Young and injured other members of the Royal Household Cavalry. Some 31 people were injured in total. 7 horses were also killed as the soldiers traveled from their barracks to Buckingham Palace. Another horse, Sefton, survived terrible injuries and became a national hero. The investigation into the bombing led police to prime suspect John Downey through fingerprints on parking tickets and a description given by witnesses of 2 men carrying out reconnaissance in the area before the attack. An arrest warrant was issued, but it was decided not to seek Downey's extradition from the Irish Republic in 1989, in part due to the lack of strong evidence against him, the court was told. John Downey, 66, was due to stand trial at the Old Bailey in 2014 for the atrocity. But convicted IRA terrorist Downey was told he would not face prosecution because of a letter, dubbed a get-out-of-jail-free card, mistakenly sent to him in connection with the 1999 Good Friday Agreement, saying he was not wanted by police. But in February this year, after being denied legal aid 5 times to help launch the civil action, funds have finally been granted to the families who have spent some 36 years campaigning for justice. Mark Tipper, whose 19-year-old newlywed brother Simon was killed, said the funds to take a civil case against Downey will help the families in their quest for the truth. A heard monosyllable taken from Queen of the World by Robert Hardman, published by Century, £25. Who died in the IRA Hyde Park bombing in 1982, Lieutenant Denis DalyThe, the 23-year-old, had been married for just 27 days when he died at the scene. The blast tragically happened as his mother was waiting in nearby Horse Guards for the mounted troop to arrive. Lieutenant Daly had not long returned from a tour in Northern Ireland, where his replacement was shot and killed by a sniper. Squadron Quartermaster Corporal Roy Bright, 36-year-old, was the standard bearer of the Blues and Royals and died in hospital 3 days after being injured in the blast. Trooper Simon Tipper, the 19-year-old, had also been married for less than a month and died at the scene. Lance Corporal Geoffrey Young, the 19-year-old, was married with 2 children, aged 3 and 22 months. He died the day after the blast, a week before his 20th birthday.